Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of our NASCAR 25 career mode here on the channel. I hope you're all having a great day. Today we take on another mile-and-a-half Kansas Speedway, and I called my shot in Texas. I said I was going to go win that race. I didn't win that race. I nearly injured myself in the process there, and I'm not going to call my shot coming into Kansas. But I am continuing to have confidence, and I genuinely think that we are going to have a shot once again this weekend to have pace that's capable of running up front and potentially going for a race win. It's just a matter of time. It's not if, it is when at this point, and we have got a good stretch of races right here with Kansas, and then, we got a break, of course, next episode. We got the All-Star race, but then after that we go to Charlotte for the 600. You got Nashville coming up. I feel pretty confident for Nashville as well. So overall, I mean, I'm still confident, and as we come through here into practice, immediately we were showing some really competitive pace. Actually drove right on by the number 5 of Kyle Larson, and we were going by everybody. As you see, the 22, Joey Logano is still out. He was once again not cleared to race in Kansas this weekend after that crash in Talladega, so he will be substituted by Carson Quample one more time here, but it is also confirmed he will not be in the 22 car for the All-Star race as well. But the expectation is to have him back in the car by the Coca-Cola 600. So Joey Logano is going to be giving up some points again this weekend here from Kansas, but he's in the chase, so I don't think it's the end of the world for that 22 team yet. You see, we end up in P21 in practice, so not exactly where I anticipated on being in this Junior Motorsports Domino's number 15 Chevrolet, but not too worried. I genuinely think the race pace is kind of where this car is going to thrive this weekend now, so we might be a little bit off in qualifying, and for qualifying, getting off of the outside wall, getting down to the inside, I feel like is going to be the way to go here in the one-lap sprint to get our qualifying position as we head down into turn number 3 and 4. And it's just full throttle on both ends of the track. When you're in just complete clean air on your own, it's just full throttle no matter what. So as we come through at a turn 4 down the front straightaway with a sponsor goal of a top 20, we go P18, 30.979. A little bit worse than I anticipated. I didn't think we were going to have great quality pace, but I expected better than that. Kyle Larson, William Byron front row, over Reddick, Hamlin, Bell, and Chastain rounding out the top 10. Carson Kvapil there in P12, a standout there for him as he continues to impress now. Zilish 23rd as well. Daniel Suarez down there in 30th position. And at the bottom of the grid to ramp up the rest of this field, it's Chad Fincham now as we take on Sunday afternoon, ready to go racing here from Kansas Speedway. I love Kansas Speedway, man, and of course now home of the closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Will we see a repeat, or will we see maybe a runaway winner here? Of course, it's all going to depend on timing of the yellows.
Here we go, start it up.
Here we go then. Ready to go green here from Kansas Speedway now as we are officially underway. Green flag is out and we take off here from the Advent Health 400 from Kansas Speedway. 20 laps of racing here in stage 1, 67 laps overall as we continue off into the corner behind the number 6 of Brad Keselowski here, and feeling confident in that pace of the RFK guys. They have had a very, very solid season so far, and as of right now, of course, they've got 2 of their drivers inside the chase with both Ryan Preece and Chris Buescher. Brad Keselowski currently outside of the chase, but he's in the bubble area. He is very much in the conversation as we come through to complete the first and opening lap here from Kansas now, and we are going to be 3 wide on the run into turn 1 on the outside because Ty Gibbs is in the middle. Cindric was forcing it up the inside now as we'll continue and look at the run we get there on the exit of turn 2. That's something we're going to really have here all race long, especially on these restarts, is just some really strong pace ripping the wall, but Carson Kvapil moves up the racetrack, covers us off right there through 3 and off turn 4 as we come through to the end of lap 2 of this race early on here from Kansas Speedway now. Keselowski is going to get by us now, and help from the 2 of Cindric here to my back bumper is going to push me forward now into turn number 1. Kyle Larson currently out in front here from Kansas in these early laps now. And Larson, of course, 3 wins on the season. You know, we have gotten 3 wins for him. You got 3 wins for Bell. You got 2 for William Byron, who picked up that win just recently in Talladega. You do have to wonder if William Byron's going to be able to get back to victory lane here for maybe a 3rd time and kind of establish like a big 3. But as well, Ryan Blaney at 2 wins. We have only had 5 winners so far this season. Byron, Bell, Larson, Blaney, and of course in the Daytona 500, Ty Dillon was able to pick up the win there. But Denny Hamlin's kind of been the big surprise. Hamlin currently only 6th in the standings, and he is yet to find victory lane. So a little bit surprising that the 11 team, it just hasn't quite worked out for them yet. And the highest driver in points without a win right now is Chase Briscoe in P5, and the top 4 spots are all winners, and then Ty Dillon's down to like 25th in the points. So as we continue on here to lap 8 of stage 1, well, getting into the outside wall as we were doing a very solid job working our way forward, and that allows Kyle Busch through, and we're going to have to rely on help from that 22 of Carson Kvapil to kind of keep us forward here now. And then into turn 3 here, lap 9, Ray back up to this 3rd lane, just trying to make it work now as Kvapil's actually going to get to my inside down this front straightaway, and now he is going to pass us as well. We're starting to struggle. We're not far from green flag pit stops as well, and as we would actually now have help from Keselowski would tend to go in the stage, that allows me to pull alongside and actually completely clear the Cheddar's number 8, but into turn 1 again up the racetrack, into the outside wall, just simply too tight as his tires wear. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to pit because clearly we're starting to struggle, and we're gonna need to make an adjustment because the car just goes way too tight as the run goes on. So we're gonna have to come in, we're gonna have to get some tires, make an adjustment. In comes, who was that? Ryan Preece, I believe, right there comes in the number 60 RFK Ford with the Kroger colors there on that number 60 Ford Mustang. So Preece gonna be the first one of everybody now, as immediately we're gonna like, okay, get ready to come in. We're gonna take 4 tires, 47 wedge, we're gonna go down to a 46.0. And as we go into turn 1 though, up the racetrack again, you can just see how much I'm struggling at this point now with the handling of the car. It just understeers as we go down the back straightaway now, and here comes Wallace and Keselowski, Cindric as well, all over us here into turn number 3, just trying to really just let these guys through so I could do this to get down to the inside. We got several drivers coming in there. Keselowski up ahead, Blaney, Buscher, Larson, Hamlin, Briscoe, a bunch of drivers come in. And as we come in to get 4 tires and feel, we are going to get hit by the good old wait for no reason. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. There was like 2 seconds of waiting right there, and look how far behind Keselowski we are. We were right alongside Keselowski on pit entry, and now he is half a corner in front of me, and that doesn't sound like much, but half a corner is a lot here in Kansas. So that is so frustrating, and maybe the way we need to combat that is by just full sending it at this point into the pit lane, which I think we might start doing. We are going to pass some guys though. You got Chastain, Cindric, here comes Kvapil there in the 22. Exiting the pits here, and we're going to be right alongside him. He's going to have a little bit fresher tires by 1 lap, but 1 lap on 4X square can make quite a bit of a difference here now, as William Byron's going to be exiting the pits now, and we'll be gaining a few more spots here on the 71, the 21, and the 24. And we're going to crash into turn 1 with 6 to go. That's the 45. Reddick around, caution is out, and he is going to have to give up a bunch of track position. Kyle Larson assumes the lead. Will be P12 for the restart. We'll all be staying out. This is about to get wild because we're about to have a 2 or 3 lap sprint for the stage 1 points payout, and I'm feeling pretty good about this now. It gives us another opportunity to get inside the top 10. We'll be starting behind P10 here of Brad Keselowski as we are ready to go. Green flag is back out here from Kansas Speedway now. Ty Gibbs on the left side, another kind of bubble driver that's actually really been on his path forward here in these recent races. Ty Gibbs is looking like he's going to be comfortably in the chase if he continues the performances that he's been putting up. He's not been putting up winning performances, but he's doing enough right now. And as we continue down this back straightaway now on this restart, 3 to go. We're going to be coming back to 2 laps to go in stage 1. These restarts at these mile and a halves, they get wild. We saw it in Texas. We're going to see it right here now as, Keselowski throws a block on the exit of turn 4. We lived just in time, still got into the back of him. Byron in the Raptor colors up behind, going to give us a shove forward down into turn number 1. That'll pull us right to the back bumper now, and more contact with the 6 leaning on each other there. Through the middle we go now. Blaney on the outside, Gibbs to the left as we exit turn 2. Kowalpel leaning on my door as we head down the back straightaway now as well. Keselowski back to the right, we fade now. Contact with the 6 to 54 is in the way. We're stuck here now, coming to the white flag in stage 1. Well, I thought we were going to get stage points, but we got all caught up and tangled up, and it doesn't look like it's going to quite happen. At least maybe going for P11 if we can pass this number 12 of Ryan Blaney as we head back down into turn 1. Kyle Larson in control. Chase Elliott in the Amazon colors up to P2, and Alex Bowman still racing for his job. We know he's not going to be in that 48 next season. He's up there in the top 5 right now as well as we get a push from Blaney into turn 3 one more time here in stage 1. Christopher Bell all the way against the outside wall. We got a run on Chastain. Is it going to be enough? Doesn't quite look like it. Kyle Larson wins stage 1. Chastain holds us off by half a car length right there for the final spot there in the top 10. Not too bad overall, and I'm feeling way more confident after what we just pulled off right there at the end of that first stage. So as we get ready to go for stage number 2, we're going to come in, we're going to get 4 tires, we're going to get feel another wedge adjustment down to 45 flat. We cannot possibly go any lower. Larson down 12 spots in the pits. Chase Elliott now takes over the lead as stage 2 is officially underway here from Kansas Speedway. And now as we get back green flag racing, we have re-entered the top 10. 21 laps here in this second stage. So we've got an additional lap as we head down into turn 1 following the Fastenal 17 of Chris Buescher now. And how about Chase Elliott, your defending champion? Still yet to win this season. I mean, we saw how last season went, right? Chase Elliott, he didn't win anything until the championship finale when he went and won the season finale and won the championship here. Now as we're going to have a nice run through 3 and off of turn 4. Bubba Wallace, my man, thought he was about to slam into my door right there down the front straightaway. Here comes Kyle Larson all the way against the grass down there on the apron and making it work as we head down into the corner near contact with the 23 Columbia Toyota Camry. We'll split back down into the middle between the 23 and the 17 now as we exit turn 2 down this back straightaway. Here comes Keselowski as well, and help coming from the number 12 Penske Ford of Ryan Blaney. Into turn 3 we go, and we're just going to continue to try and make this middle lane work. Now go where they aren't. Wallace across my front nose right there, my man. And you know what? We just gave him like a big boost forward because we got into the back of him as we continue on now, clearing the 17. Absolutely fantastic racing, by the way, on these restarts, man. It's genuinely insane the racing that some of these restarts can actually produce. And look at the run we're going to get again through 3 and off of turn 4 here at the conclusion of lap 3. How about the 22 Carson Kowalpel up there in the mix as well, having a great second race here in the Cup Series now, and already confirmed to be back in the car next week for the All-Star race. I am excited to see what he is going to be able to do. Hamlin continues to lead over the 19 of Chase Briscoe. Alex Bowman up there in P3. Chastain is driven all the way up into P4. Have a great little effort right there in that Kubota number 1 here comes help from the 60. We got a crash. Briscoe's around through the tri-oval. Caution is out. Thank goodness we avoid it, and everybody appears to be staying on the racetrack. So we're going to follow suit and really just hope that this is going to work out in our favor. But yeah, we'll get ready to go back green here. And I don't think, we definitely cannot make it to the end of the stage, but I don't think the AI can even get close to making it as well. But nonetheless, I guess we'll find out. We're back underway here from Kansas now, and it's going to be a little bit shy of halfway in this second stage now, and Keselowski is going to pull right up to the second lane in front of me. Now he kind of jumps back down to the inside. He kind of choked that one because it allows the 20 of Bell to get to the inside in front of him now, as I got Bubba Wallace's number 23 Toyota Camry to my inside down this back straightaway here on lap 8 of 21, and another restart underway here from Kansas. And as you see, Hamlin leading, Briscoe still up there with him even after that spin, as Alex Bowman's going the wrong way. Man, those guys, when they're in like that middle lane, they kind of veer to the right a little bit. They scare me because I'm like, I'm just going to get door slammed into the wall. Thankfully, it hasn't actually happened as we come to the end now of lap 9. Wallace way up the racetrack, then bit of contact there on the 48 as we go down this front stretch now, and we're going to continue in line with this Columbia Toyota. Help again coming from the 12 of Ryan Blaney, a shot even to the back of the 23 as well. Into turn 1, we'll pass the 48 of Alex Bowman, and clear of him. We'll get up into the 9th position behind Kyle Larson, and had even jumped down to the inside here for a couple of laps just to kind of try and save the right front a little bit, but it was also helping us. I mean, we had just passed the 23, and now here we are to the inside of the 5 of Kyle Larson into turn 3, and we might actually be able to clear him as he continues to run all the way against the wall. We will clear the number 5 Endercar Chevrolet. So 6 laps of fuel left. We are going to have to come into the pits here momentarily now as I threw a bit of a block on Larson right there to make sure he was not going to pass me. And as we continue now running this bottom, kind of going back and forth between the 48 behind me and the 5 behind me, really just relying on Larson down these straightaways. But there's the call to pit. So the crew chief calls us in. We're going to take 4 tires, no adjustments we can really make at this point. We're going to cancel that because of the number 9 Prime Chevrolet of Chase Elliott into the outside wall. Your defending champion brings out the yellow here in stage 2, and this is going to be similar to stage 1. We're going to have a somewhat late stage 2 restart. Oh my goodness. Ty Dillon has stayed on the racetrack. He's going to be leading. So I'm guessing he pitted on the last yellow, and as we go back green from all of a sudden up here in P6, it's going to be still 5 laps to go in stage 2, and this is about to really get spicy. Into turn 1 we go now, and Ty Dillon is going to be in control, but obviously that's not going to last, and Denny Hamlin should be able to get around him as we exit turn 2. No, Hamlin hasn't quite been able to get alongside, so Ty Dillon still controlling this thing into turn 3. Your Daytona 500 champion now, and there goes the 20 of Bow to the inside. Look at the run we got now through 3 and 4, now off the corner, contact with the 10, we slide, we save it, we're all good. After that contact there, through goes Carson Kvapil into the top 3. How about it? Here comes Ryan Blaney as well. Hamlin settles into P2 for now as we continue to rip this 3rd lane, and we are into the conversation right at the end of the 2nd stage now, pulling up to the back of the 11 as we would continue to fight alongside the 22 of Kvapil, looking for a little bit of help here from the 19 of Chase Briscoe, now coming to just 2 to go in stage 2. Christopher Bell, who's had 3 wins on the season, looking to take home 10 more points right here and win the 2nd stage, and most importantly for him, make some gains on William Byron, who really has not been very relevant in this race so far. And that number 24 Raptor Chevrolet, as we would continue in this fight with the 22 of Carson Kvapil all the way down to come into the final lap here in stage number 2 now. But Hamlin is right there on the 20. They're going to be wheel to wheel starting the final lap of the stage. Here comes Ryan Blaney, is going to choose me over the teammate for no reason at all, but that we got to take advantage of it. He gives us a nice shove into turn 1, and we clear the 22 as Hamlin clears the 20. Denny Hamlin, looking for win number 1 on the season, takes the lead down the back straightaway into turn 3 for the final time here in stage 2. What a race it's been so far, and as we roll through 3 and off of turn 4, Kvapil closing down the front straightaway, but he's going to stay in put behind us. Denny Hamlin wins stage 2 over Christopher Bell, myself, and Carson Kvapil and Chase Briscoe, rounding out the top 5.
Pit road is open.
This has been epic so far. We still got one more stage to go, and who knows what's going to happen there now. Is of course we are going to come into the pits and get 4 tires and feel like I said, we can't change anything at this point now. We got what we got. I don't know if we've got race-winning pace. Maybe if you give me like a 5-lap sprint, we can definitely fight for it now as we are ready to roll. Green flag is back out one more time. The 3rd and final stage underway here from Kansas Speedway. It's going to be 26 laps of racing now. That will require a pit stop now as we got Chase Briscoe just behind us. 3 Joe Gibbs cars here in the top 7 as we exit turn 2, and Carson Kvapil is certainly turning heads today in that Shell Pennzoil Ford Mustang while he replaces Joey Logano, who's been out for back-to-back races with concussion-like symptoms, as he's now, well, he just went 3 wide to the outside and just lost a bunch of ground right there. So, bit of contact with the 20 of Christopher Bell. Big shot from behind from the 19 of Briscoe, and look back there, 4 wide in the middle. Here comes William Byron. I was just talking about how he's been pretty well irrelevant all race long. Well, he is joining the conversation here as we exit turn 2 in P2. Help from the 19 to the back of the progressive number 11 of Denny Hamlin. Where do we take the run? Into turn 3, he's going to cover us off there. Have to stay off his bumper now, and we just stay put in behind the 11 for now, as Kyle Larson is well getting back up into the conversation. We know that 5 car is strong, and Larson is back up into P4. He's been trying to play catch up ever since stage 2, really, as we head down into turn number 1. Larson's into the outside wall. He's going to crash. The caution's going to fly. We dropped down to 3rd just as the caution came out. The 19 had gotten a nose on me, and everybody's going to be staying out. We are not quite in the fuel window yet. So as we get ready for yet another restart, this has been, man, it has been a wild one. And as we are back underway one more time, we got Christopher Bell lining up behind us. We got 21 laps to go here from Kansas. How about Chris Buescher up here in the conversation as well? Won a single race last season, and it was the opener of the playoffs, of course. He actually went and won the Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway now, and he had a little bit of help. It was mainly pit strategy, but still, nonetheless, he still won that race as we head into turn 3 on the inside of the 12 of Ryan Blaney now, and Hamlin's wheel to wheel with the 19 of Briscoe. We got a run on the 17 as we exit turn 4. Here's help coming from the 19. Watch William Byron in that Raptor 24 again. Larson's even coming back into the conversation, and now the 20 sends it to the inside here into turn 1. Now we're going to be 3 wide middle again, squeezing on the door of the 17. This should allow us to clear him on the exit of turn 2. Yes, it will, and I'm going to stay here in the middle and rely on the 5. HenderCars.com Chevrolet of Kyle Larson to push us here into turn number 3. Hamlin's clear. Now Bell to the inside of Briscoe, and hold on, 3 wide to the outside as we exit turn 4. Can we get ourselves back up into the mix here for leading this race now, but as well into turn 1, continuing on this 3rd lane, William Byron has cleared the 19 and has gotten to the inside of all of us here down this back straightaway. We're still 3 wide on the top, but down into turn 1 here down the front straightaway, we would eventually just get to 2x2 with the 24 now as Bell would drop in behind us. So now we're in a battle for P2, but right on the back of the leader of Denny Hamlin with 18 laps to go now, and exiting turn 2. That's as close as it gets. Hamlin crossed our nose. And unfortunately, though, Byron was able to carry the momentum past me into turn number 3 and make the pass here as we continue to watch some of these guys get past us as these laps goes on, because now Kyle Larson's able to get around us as well as we exit turn 2 down this back straightaway. The 20 of Christopher Bell giving us a shove now, but here comes William Byron now to the lead here from Kansas. He's going to do it. I mean, he took it personally when I said he's been irrelevant, because William Byron goes to the lead here from Kansas now as we'll clear the 5 who runs the top on the exit of turn 2. I'm going to stay to the inside though, leave him that lane wide open, and have help from the 20 of Christopher Bell as we continue to fight our way forward now to the left side of Denny Hamlin. How about this? We're going to pass the former leader now with help from that 20 of Bell again down the front straightaway. That will allow me to clear the progressive number 11, but on the exit of turn 2, there you see it, a call from the crew chief. It's time to pit again, and I'm all for this. Pit early. This is literally right in the fuel window. Like, I think we can go 14 laps on a full tank of fuel, and that's what we're going to be running now as we'll exit turn 4. We will be the first one to pit, but we're not going to be the only one. I see the 60 of Priest coming in as well. Now, once we get back going, still waiting, 16 flat, we'll get back onto the racetrack and really replicate or showcase, not replicate, but showcase how much time we just lost. The 60 of Ryan Priest is going to literally be rolling right up to the back of me here as we exit turn 2. And of course, you guys saw when he came into the pits, he was basically just a small speck that was just large enough to see in the mirror. As we continue here, working our way back forward, William Byron has already exited the pits, and he is comfortably out in front. Denny Hamlin is going really long, and I don't think that's going to be a good move. I think the 11 is going to regret that. He would come into the pits eventually as we would continue to pass Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, who have been running more laps, but they're going to have 2-3 lap fresher tires than myself, and that is now the concern. After all was said and done, we would cycle out into second place trying to hunt down the 24 Raptor Chevrolet of William Byron now. With that 24, now that he's got the lead, is lights out fast. Ryan Priest behind us in 3rd. He's dropped already down to 5th by the time we come to lap 59 though, as we exit turn 4 and into the outside wall we go, just trying too hard right there to keep the pace up and that's going to completely stunt our momentum, and through goes Bell, Busher as well. Here comes Ryan Preece to the back of myself into turn 1, and that is a huge mistake right there that I just made now as we slide off the apron, but we're all good now. And the question is, in these closing laps, as Kyle Larson's going to fortunately help me out a little bit here against the 60 of Ryan Preece, but the question is, can the guys that pitted with me make it on fuel? Because I am super tight on fuel. We might actually run out on the final lap. So I do wonder if we're going to see the likes of Ryan Preece and a few others that did come in actually pit before this race is over. Now as Kyle Larson, after a few laps of helping me out, decides, hey, I got to go, and he's going to pass me down the front straightaway. But we are struggling because all these guys around us in these closing laps have 3-4 lap pressure tires at this point now, and that means a lot on 4X fuel and wear. And sure enough, Preece just came in. Ryan Preece just pitted, and as you see there, 4 laps of fuel, but that was already there with more than 4 laps to go. Alex Bowman as well, he just came out of the pits. So the 48, they have made the wrong decision on pitting too early. That's going to be a big hit in the points for him, as we have now as well got to hold off the likes of Blaney, Briscoe, and Hamlin, who run us down with just 3 laps to go in this race.
Inside.
And as we exit turn 2, it's practically a defenseless situation that we're in at this point now. The tires are destroyed, and we definitely made the wrong call pitting as early as we did. We should have waited another 3 laps or so, because, I mean, we are just hanging on now. And as you can see, Hamlin's now going to take us 3 wide with Ryan Blaney as well with 2 laps to go. We drop down to 8th place. Can we hold off Carson Kvapil? Big hints in the points, though. Preece and Bowman had to pit, so that's going to be 2 bubble drivers that are really going to get the bad end of the deal there. We're at 0 laps of fuel to start the final lap, and here comes the 22 of Carson Kvapil. Worst case scenario, we end up P9, which is still a great day here, but we showed a lot more in this final stage. We just simply pitted too early, and we're regretting it now. William Byron's going to join the 3-win class and get his 3rd win of the season. We officially have a big 3 here in this season. As we head down the front straightaway, we're out of fuel. We're running out now. The 22 goes through for 8th, and we end up in 9th place here from Kansas. What a race. What a finish. We should have finished better. But that tells you the gains that we've made as a team when we're disappointed in a 9th place effort. Because, yeah, we just pitted too early. Definitely something to go forward with that knowledge, because we know what we have now, and we aren't, let's be real, we're still not used to racing up front because we're still pretty new to being at the front of the Cup grid. So we're going to make mistakes like that now, and that's what's going to hurt us in the early part of the season, as William Byron, with that win, now has a 60-plus point lead on Christopher Bell, and Bell has a 35-point lead on Kyle Larson behind him. Larson, Blaney, Briscoe, all those guys very tight, and we as well move up into P10 in the standings. And the bubble situation, Chastain still the last one in by 19 points over Austin Cindric. Bowman gives up some spots, and he's down to 14th, and Joey Logano, after missing 2 races, drops down to 13th in the standings. That's going to do it for me. Next episode, no points on the line, all-star race only, going for money. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.
I'm stuck in my head, need an exit.